Everyone, please be seated. Good evening. Dr. Britton, members of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Selectmen, Ms. Lawson, Mr. Marino, staff, faculty, and class of 2026, family, and friends. My name is Eunice Ganjiri, and as your Senate President, I am honored to be the Master of Ceremonies for this evening's program. The individuals sitting next to me today are incredible. Whether they are athletes, scholars, or musicians, every single one of them has worked extremely hard, and I am proud to be a part of the class of 2026. I want to take you all back to the very beginning of my journey. In 2007, my very pregnant mom came to America from Kenya, alone with me in her belly, seeking to get her master's degree in library science at Southern Connecticut State University. She was alone, and I'm sure she felt like an outsider at times, coming from a new place with very little money and also having to perfect her English. Nonetheless, she excelled at school while raising a very hyper toddler and my newborn baby brother. She now works as a bibliographic service manager at Library Connections Incorporated. Several years after her journey to America, she enrolled me in Portland schools for 5th grade. At the beginning of the summer, before 5th grade, I was sad because I had just left my old school behind. That summer felt long and dreadful, and I was scared of what was to come. Before I knew it, August came around, and it was time to start the 5th grade at Brownstone Intermediate Schools. I was new, and I felt like I didn't fit in. Everyone seemed to have their own groups of friends they had built since kindergarten, and I struggled to find where I belonged. Every day was different. Some days I came home excited to share my adventures. Others, I couldn't stop crying from feeling alone. My mom was there for them all. And though I felt out of place and different, I always belonged with my mom. Next came middle school, a time when everyone was finding their style, figuring out what kind of student they wanted to be, and who they were as a person. I was determined to do well at school, confused about my identity, and still felt different, like I didn't belong. I remember being frustrated because there were so many things I wanted but couldn't have. I wanted a job, to learn how to drive, and of course my own car. My mom always joked that I was in a hurry to grow up and wasn't a typical middle schooler. In her eyes, I was different too. Then came high school, a new chapter, a fresh start. I got a job, I learned how to drive, and finally, my own car. My high school years came with many ups and downs. I was constantly stressed about sports and my extracurriculars, on top of my academics, which made life's little inconveniences feel even harder. I felt like I had no time for myself, and I was constantly driving with no brakes. Slowly, little by little, things started to settle down, and I began cruising at a comfortable pace. I can say with confidence, senior year was by far the best year, and I no longer felt constantly stressed, inconvenienced, or out of place. This was my year of belonging and no longer feeling like I was different. I found a group of people who were kind and liked me for me. The kind of people who leave notes in my yearbook like, "You bring light and joy into the lives of everyone you encounter," or "I'm so grateful you're in my life," and "I literally love you so much, we're going to the beach all the time." I am truly grateful for their friendship and for making me feel like I belong. Thank you. To the class of 2026, thank you for giving me so many meaningful memories, and especially for giving me the tools to move into the next chapter of my life, ready to face any challenges. Going into this new chapter of our lives, we may be nervous to fit in. We may feel a little different. Remember, no matter what the challenge is, things will get better. And if you feel alone, keep true to yourself and you will find your people. Today, this moment belongs to all of us. Before we go, I want to dedicate a piece of this to the one person who understood what it meant to feel different before I ever did. Mom, thank you. Thank you for staying up late to help with my homework, watch my games and concerts, and for being a shoulder I can cry on. You're the one person in the world that I felt really related to my struggle to belong in a new place. You have made this day possible. You are the strongest woman I know, and I hope to be just as strong as you are one day. I share this diploma with you because without your love and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. And to my little brother, Gabriel, I hope high school treats you well. I love the both of you so much. Thank you. Please welcome. Please welcome our president of the class of 2026, Jerry Hall.
At this time, I invite everyone to stand and join us in the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, Dr. Britton, members of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Selectmen, Ms. Lawson, Mr. Marino, faculty, staff, class of 2026, family and friends. My name is Jerry Hall, and it's a pleasure to stand before you today and deliver this welcome address. I want to start by honoring the PHS class of 1976. They are here today to celebrate their 50th reunion. Though today is a celebration of the class of 2026, it is incredible how 50 years after their graduation, the class of 1976 continues to honor their fellow classmates and their devotion to each other. I've had the pleasure of meeting a few of their members and hearing how they've kept in contact with so many of their classmates over the years. They have all gone in different directions, but they continue to make time for each other. Their class spirit and dedication is commendable, and I hope our class can too. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here today, and congratulations on all the amazing things that you and your fellow classmates have accomplished 50 years after you stood on this stage. Before I begin, I would like to present our gift to Portland High School. We are excited to present the school with 2 picnic tables that will be located outside of the main doors. Our hope is that students will be able to use them during lunch and after school for years to come. At this time, would my fellow class officers, Rita Lynn, Allison Tyne, and Lily Gaetani, please join me at the podium. We would like to invite Mrs. Larson and Mr. Bernard to the front for the presentation of our advisor gift. Mrs. Larson and Mr. Bernard, your hard work and countless hours given to our class is something we are beyond thankful for. We are so proud to have not great advisors, but also great role models these past 4 years. We have a special gift for each of you today as a sign of gratitude for the time you've spent making our high school experience unforgettable. Thank you. In addition to our advisors, there are also a few more people I want to shout out. First, my fellow officers, Rita, Allison, and Lily. It's pretty rare for a class to have the same group of officers since 7th grade. I'm so grateful to have been able to work with you guys, and it's been incredible to look back on all the work we put in to make our class's high school experience unforgettable. Thank you. And my family. Mom, thank you for being the strongest person I know. You have always believed in me and pushed me to become the young man I am today. From playing basketball together, to watching the Mets lose yet another game, to yelling at me to leave my sister alone, or to being my mentor, coach, and biggest supporter throughout my baseball career. I couldn't be more proud to be your son. Thank you. And Dad, you've always been there right by my side. We've gone on so many ski trips, bike trips, scout trips, and the best part of them all was to be able to do the things I love with you. And my sister Erin, keep working hard and showing up for yourself every day. Your creativity and curiosity to create and imagine is a gift, and I hope you showcase it to the world. I love you guys loads. In my time at PHS, I've been fortunate enough to be part of so many teams, clubs, and organizations that make this place special. I've received recognition for my hard work, but none of that came without one thing: failure. There have been countless setbacks, times I thought I wasn't good enough, and many times I wanted to quit because I felt bad for myself. Throughout these struggles, I learned that our dedication, patience, and resilience is as important, if not more important, than achievement. Because when we give it our all, there are no regrets. There is only growth and understanding. The game of baseball is a perfect example of this. I've played baseball all my life, and for those who know, baseball is a game of failures. Players at every level, from Little League, high school, college, to the pros, all experience it. They have rough games, slumps at the plate, tough outings on the mound, times when their emotions get the best of them. But the good players never have a bad season. They may only get 3 at-bats a game or a few innings on the mound per week, but they know to make the most of them. Every time they hit a weak ground ball to the second baseman, they strike out, they give up a leadoff walk, a double, or even a homer. They tell themselves it's going to be okay. They work too hard to lose confidence and composure after one bad pitch or one bad swing. So they get back in the box. They take a breath, and they step back on the mound. It will never be perfect, but that's okay. The whole point of the game is to have fun. Baseball will always be just a game, but the memories, friendships, and experiences will be cherished forever. And though we aren't all baseball players, we've learned from our time at PHS that the ability to try and fail leads to the opportunity to learn and grow. And if I was to leave you with anything, I would leave you with this. Graduates, there are going to be many days in the future when it feels easiest to give up. But I promise you, things will improve. There's a quote that goes, "You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days in your life." When challenges arise in your life, I urge you to stand tall, be resilient, and have faith in yourself. To the class of 2026, our time at Portland High School has been a testament to the impact of learning and growing even in the face of failure and rising above challenges. It has prepared us all today to pursue our dreams, whether that be engineering, education, nursing, political science, computer science, psychology, medicine, public service, and so much more. None of these paths will come without hurdles, but I know from growing up alongside you for the last 13 years that we have the dedication and the leadership and passion to stay true to our dreams and learn from our failures instead of being intimidated by them. We stand here today ready to pursue our dreams, and in the face of challenges and failure, we will step back on the mound, step back up to the plate, and we will play our hearts out. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce our next speaker, salutatorian and senior class officer, Allison Tyne, and welcome her to the podium.
Good evening, Dr. Britton, members of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Selectmen, Mrs. Lawson, Mr. Marino, faculty, staff, the class of 2026, family, and friends. We've all been working towards this day for the past 12 years of our lives, and I'm still in shock that I have the chance to speak for our entire class at this moment. I look at this group of exceptionally successful individuals and wonder why I'm at this podium instead of one of them. I've strived for perfection throughout my entire life, but have never quite been able to achieve what I deem as perfect. Constantly comparing my successes to those of others and always finding just one more thing that needs to be fixed. But in the process of trying to figure out why I've been given the amazing but looming opportunity to speak for my entire graduating class, I realized that I haven't made it here because I was the perfect student, but instead because I realized that I'm not. I never was the star soccer player, the farthest thrower, or the best writer. But for everything that I wasn't the best at, I was able to find other things that I was excellent at, even though I often focus more on my flaws. I look at this group of incredibly successful students and see star athletes, amazing singers, talented musicians, remarkable artists, and future leaders. But while I look at you and see all of those amazing things, you may struggle to see exactly what I do. We all tend to focus on our flaws and overlook the multitudes of successes, thinking that every fault is much more important than all of our strengths. We are all successful, but none of us are perfect. I've spent most of my life thinking that you need to be perfect to succeed. But really, our imperfections are what make us human and lead us to success after all. I wouldn't be standing here today without all of the times I failed. I wouldn't be standing here today without all the times I've had to face difficult choices. And I definitely wouldn't be standing here today without all the times I've procrastinated homework until 11 o'clock the night before it's due. I've learned a lot about myself in this world throughout these last 4 years, as I'm sure many of you have. And I think the most important thing I will bring with me to college next year is that it's okay to not be perfect. I can strive for perfection all I want, but the perfect, undeniable, never incorrect, never offbeat person is not real. And even if she was, I don't know if I would like her. My failures throughout this small period of my life have felt like they decided the course of my lifetime. But truthfully, all they've helped me to do is face the difficulties that, in the grand scheme of things, I probably won't even remember in a couple of years. But the knowledge that I have gained from them is something that will hopefully stick with me for the rest of my life. We are all perfectly imperfect, and our imperfections have shaped us to be successful in our own ways. Despite the indecisiveness I faced throughout this year and all of my imperfections, I was able to find my path and will be majoring in biomedical engineering at UConn next year. I hope you too will be able to move past your imperfections and become entrepreneurs, teachers, doctors, stay-at-home parents, travelers, or whatever your vision of success looks like. I would be remiss if I didn't take the time to thank all of the people who have helped me down this path and pushed me to look past my own imperfections. Thank you to all of my teachers who have helped me get to the point I'm at right now. You've pushed me to try new things and step out of my comfort zone in ways I never would have without your help. Thank you to my classmates for always believing in me and my fellow officers, Lily, Jerry, and Rita. Thank you to my friends for helping me push through moments of failure and find the successes in my life. Thank you to my family for always being so supportive of me and being the people I can always turn to no matter what. Thank you to my sister Erica for being a little less obnoxious this year. Likely because I've been driving her around. But in all seriousness, thanks for always being by my side and shaping me into the person that I am today. Thank you to my brother Nathan for always joining me on little adventures, whether it's baking a new dessert or just playing Roblox with me when I'm bored. And most of all, thank you to my parents for always being there for me, driving me around, paying for the random items at Costco I pick out, and making me the person that I am today. I never would have found the successes in my failures without your never-ending support and always being there for me despite my more imperfect moments. We are all imperfect people, but that's okay, because our imperfections are what make us who we are. Our imperfections make us different from all those around us. And most of all, our imperfections allow us to learn from ourselves and find success despite them. As I leave Portland High School and move on to my next chapter of life, I hope to be more aware of just how much my imperfections shape me as a person. I hope to carry my imperfections with me, keeping in mind that they are truly the key to my success. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. The Portland High School a cappella chorus will now sing Remember Me. I would now like to introduce our next speaker, valedictorian and senior class officer, Lily Gaetani, and welcome her to the podium.
Good evening, Dr. Britton, members of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Selectmen, Mrs. Lawson, Mr. Marino, faculty, staff, class of 2026, family, and friends. My name is Lily Gaetani, and I am so honored to stand before you all today and have the opportunity to speak on behalf of the class of 2026 and my time at Portland High School. I will be honest, there were a few times this year that it felt like this day would never come. Nevertheless, I'm so proud to share this moment with all of you. So I want to use this chance to recognize how far we've come. When I was 4 years old, my preschool teacher at First Church Nursery School asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. Without hesitation, I proudly announced that my one big dream of the future was to work at Subway. Now, while sandwich making is certainly an honorable profession, I don't think 4-year-old me fully appreciated the breadth of career possibilities available to her. She certainly did not know that we would be going on 6 years of being gluten-free and far from a Subway sandwich. From the first moment that we started going to school, we were asked what we wanted to be when we grew up. For years, that question felt like it had an answer waiting somewhere in the future. Growing up and graduating felt like the ultimate moment of figuring it all out, and I can tell you from experience that that was not necessarily true or easy. As the blue glow of the Common Application stared back at me while I procrastinated making any college decision for as long as physically possible, I came across a poem. The poem started, "Who are you when you are no longer known? By the friends who made you funny, by the family who made you the middle child, by the dog who made you smile, by the job that made you hardworking." At first, I'll be honest, this was not super comforting to me. It made me think of everything we were about to leave behind, because we wouldn't be known in the same way. We wouldn't be surrounded by the people who have watched us grow, wouldn't see the same teachers and friends, walk the same hallways, or live within the same routines that have become so comfortable these last 4 years. Faced with the question, who are you when you are no longer known? Again, I felt that I was looking for a single answer, but I was forgetting that the memories we've made, the people we've met, and the experiences we've had cannot be separated from us. We are not who we are despite the people and experiences that shaped us. We are who we are because of them. We are the friends who made us laugh when we needed it most, and the teachers and family who supported us at every moment. If who we are is shaped by the people and experiences around us, then our class has certainly had its fair share of both. We are the citizens of town at Valley View and the chaotic field days of Gildersleeve. We're every musical tech week and amazing production. We are our teachers' stories, advice, and especially intimidating glares. We are survivors of Yukon physics and of Lunchbox chosen group projects. We are victims, unfortunately, of the great sewage explosion of 2025. We are the chipped teeth from the dangerous cafeteria French fries. We're late-night bus rides home from games, concerts, and ski trips. We're record-breaking athletes, award-winning musicians, and leaders driven to succeed. We're every pep rally mat race, every school dance, and every memory made in between. So to answer the question, who are we when we are no longer known? We are the class of 2026. And as we move into this next chapter, I find great comfort in knowing that we are not leaving any of those memories behind. We will carry them with us and know that we are who we are because of them. Every accomplishment we celebrate here tonight has fingerprints on it that do not belong to us alone. Behind every student sitting here is a collection of people who have encouraged us, challenged us, and shaped us through this journey. I would like to take a quick moment to thank the owners of those fingerprints. To my fellow class officers, Jerry, Rita, and Allison, there is no one else I would have rather had by my side during our run as officers. It's been a blast. We've accomplished so much, and I know that Pizza Wars will go down in history. To my class advisors, Mr. Bernard and Ms. Larson, thank you for always going above and beyond for our class. Whether it was supporting our ambitious ideas or always showing up when we needed you, your dedication and kindness has shaped our high school experience in countless ways. On behalf of the class of 2026, thank you for everything, and I hope you both enjoy a well-deserved break from being class advisors. To all of my teachers who believed in me, challenged me, and supported me throughout my education, thank you. But especially to my music teachers. For the last 6 years, you have helped me find the confidence to pursue something I once thought was out of reach. You saw potential in me before I was willing to see it in myself. Your support has guided me toward my passion and inspired me to help others the same way that you've helped me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And to my family, there has never been a concert, event, fundraiser, or performance where I had to wonder if you would show up. You always did. You have taught me far more than anything that could fit on a transcript. You taught me kindness, humility, hard work, and that success means very little if you do not have others to share it with. To my grandparents, thank you for your constant love and support. Somehow we all managed to turn half the year into birthday season, but no matter the occasion, we never miss a chance to celebrate, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You've all listened to more complaining than should be humanly possible, waited up countless nights, shown remarkable patience with my ongoing disagreement with being on time, and most importantly, helped me shape who I am and what I value. And to my brother, you will always be the Al to my Gus. Thank you for reminding me not to take life too seriously, to stay creative and have fun along the way. Some of my favorite memories have been our adventures together, and I know there are many more to come. And Tommy, don't get too many tardies without me next year. And finally, to the class of 2026. I am so honored to be a part of such a dedicated and hardworking graduating class. I know that I'm standing before future nurses, engineers, nutritionists, psychologists, teachers, business leaders, and countless others. There is no doubt in my mind that every one of us will go on to accomplish incredible things. Now, my current plan is to attend the University of Connecticut to major in music education. So if you happen to see me making your Subway sandwich and things didn't work out, just know it was always a lifelong dream. But seriously, after spending so much of my life worrying about what I wanted to be when I grew up, I think I finally realized that was never the most important question. The poem asked the question, who are you when you are no longer known? I've learned that we are the people shaped by every teacher who challenged us, every friend who made us laugh, every family member who supported us, and every experience that has brought us to this moment. As we move forward, the question becomes, what kind of person will we choose to be? Will we be kind? Will we be curious? Will we be hardworking? And will we be the kind of people who show up for others the way so many people have shown up for us and leave our fingerprints on others' lives? Those are the things that matter. So as we leave Portland High School and begin whatever comes next, I hope we carry with us the lessons, friendships, and memories and the people that made us who we are. Because we are not defined by a job title, a college major, or a future career. We're defined by the people we love, the values we carry, and the impact that we leave on others. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. I would now like to welcome Charles Britton, Superintendent of Schools, to the podium to offer his message to our class.
Good evening, family and friends, faculty and staff, members of the Board of Education and Board of Selectmen, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2026. It is an honor to be here with you today to celebrate your accomplishments. Now, I know that educators are not supposed to have favorites, but the class of 2026 will always hold a very special place in my heart. You are my favorite. Not only because you're a remarkable group of young people, but because I have a connection to you that transcends my work as your superintendent. In exactly 3 days, I will be sitting in a crowd very much like this one, watching my own son graduate as a member of the Sheehan High School class of 2026. To all the parents and guardians of today's graduates, I have been there right beside you every step of the way. If any of you happen to be in the delivery ward at St. Mary's Hospital in Waterbury in January of 2008, we may very well have been sharing one of the most precious moments of our lives. I remember vividly what the world looked like at that moment. Endless wars raging in the Middle East, the housing bubble bursting, the economy teetering on the edge of what many feared could be another Great Depression. Everywhere we looked, uncertainty seemed to be closing in. Yet, while others may have worried about bringing a child into such an uncertain world, I remember feeling only overwhelming love for my wife and for my newborn son. Graduates, I know I speak on behalf of all the parents, guardians, teachers, and family members gathered here today when I say how much joy you have brought into our lives over the past 18 years. We have had the privilege of watching you grow from curious children into capable, compassionate, and resilient young adults. I also know there are people who criticize your generation. They point to the over-reliance on social media, endless screen time, and any number of challenges facing young people today. But from where I stand, the good in your generation far outweighs the bad. I am inspired by the way you prioritize both physical and mental health. I admire the genuine care you show for one another. I am impressed by the strength of the relationships you maintain with your families, your friends, and your community. And perhaps most impressive are the choices you make. Parents, how many times have you found yourselves saying, quote, "Thank goodness these kids weren't doing the same foolish things we did when we were their age," unquote. Seriously, this generation is filled with good people making good decisions. And you don't have to take my word for it. The evidence is clear. Compared to previous generations, today's young people are less likely to drink, smoke, abuse drugs, drive recklessly, or engage in many of the reckless behaviors that once defined adolescence. Despite the stereotypes that often surround young people, this generation is making better choices and building stronger lives than many who came before it. These are really good kids. And here's the thing. Anyone who has spent time in our schools, on our athletic fields, in our theaters, clubs, community organizations, you already know that. Now, that does not mean that this generation has had it easy. Graduates, in many ways, you have grown up during some of the most challenging periods in modern history. You experienced a global pandemic during some of your most formative years. You have navigated a world shaped by rapid technological change, social media, political division, and constant uncertainty. You have, unfortunately, seen what happens when adults stop behaving like adults. Yet despite those challenges, you have emerged as a generation that is thoughtful, empathetic, accepting, and determined to make a positive difference in the world. And that gives us tremendous reason for hope. Parents and guardians, while today is a milestone, we know the journey is not over. Like me, I'm sure you are looking toward a future with a mixture of pride, excitement, and perhaps just a little anxiety. Whether these graduates are headed to college, trade school, the workforce, military service, or opportunities not yet imagined, they are ready. The graduates of the class of 2026 are about to enter the world and shape it in ways that will make Portland, our state, our nation, and the world a better place. As we celebrate this spring and summer, I know I will find a quiet moment to reflect. I will think about my role as a parent. I will think about my role as a superintendent of this remarkable school district that has helped prepare these graduates. And I will suspect that I will feel a tremendous sense of pride. But I will also recognize something important. The success we celebrate today is not ours. It belongs to these young people. Graduates, you are the ones who studied, persevered, overcame setbacks, supported one another, and grew into the young adults seated before us today. Still, there is one accomplishment that parents, guardians, teachers, and the Portland community share, and it is the privilege of having helped guide you to this moment. Class of 2026, that is why you are my favorite. Not because you are perfect, not because your journey has been easy, but because of who you have become. Because when I look at you, I see the very best of what engaged parents and guardians, a strong system of public education, and a supportive community can produce. I see kindness, I see character, I see resilience, I see hope. Most of all, I see a brighter future than many realize. Thank you for filling our lives with joy, purpose, and optimism. As you leave here today, carry that optimism with you. The world will give you plenty of reasons to be cynical. Resist them. Continue to make good choices. Choose kindness, choose service, choose hope. Congratulations, class of 2026. Good luck, Godspeed, and may your future be every bit as extraordinary as you are.
Thank you, Dr. Britton. I would now like to invite the members of the a cappella choir to come forward to sing our alma mater. I will now ask Ms. Catherine Lawson, principal of Portland High School, to come to the podium to present the class of 2026 for graduation.
Thank you, Eunice. Class of 2026, now is your time. We are here, and you did it. As you move on from PHS, I want you to remember your positive role models, whether they be teachers, parents, friends, or community members. These people have provided you the foundation from which to move forward. Portland has prepared you well, and I know you are ready to share your gifts with the world. As I told you in rehearsal, it is my official role in your commencement ceremony to certify your class for graduation, and it is my pleasure to do so. So with much fanfare and anticipation for all your future successes, Dr. Britton, Chairwoman Steinhauser, and members of the Board of Education, in recognition of the academic achievement of the class of 2026, I am happy to attest that I have reviewed the transcripts for the students before you this evening. They have met all requirements for graduation from Portland High School, as set forth by the Portland Board of Education and the state of Connecticut. I am proud to present this class to you for the awarding of their diplomas. I would now like to invite Mrs. Laurel Steinhauser, Chairwoman of the Board of Education, Dr. Charles Britton, Superintendent of Schools, and Mr. Jeff Marino, our Dean of Students for Portland High School, to join me for the awarding of the diplomas. Our class officers will now begin announcing our graduates.
Eunice Kenyaria Ganjiri. Lillian Bloom Gaetani. Allison Marie Tyne. Rita Lynn. Elizabeth Grace Barr. I would like to invite Mrs. Catherine Hunter, special education teacher at Portland Middle School, to come forward to present her son's diploma.
And our next graduate, Gerald James Hall. Aiden James Burris. Kai Rose Varden. Mara Tuttle. Xiaoting Zhang. Joshua L. Abbott. Connor James Adanti. Hassan Ziad Abdul Qadar. Joseph Edward Angersola. Christina Marie Austin. Jefferson Batista Rosario. Adela Marie Alberino. Peyton Richard Black. At this time, I would like to invite Jerry Hall back to the podium to continue announcing the names of our graduates.
Landon Bruce Black. Brecken Paul Burke. Patrick O'Rourke. Hayden Charlie Burke. Evan Joel Brown. Haley Michelle Bustamante. Aaron Anthony Charleglio. Dylan Joshua Cohen. Max Connolly. Danny Olivia Cadet. Nyla Lynn Clark. Martin R. Capola. Cole Jameson Capolino. Brady James Daggett. Adam Marchese Dean. Gracie Ann DeRing. Jaden Ethan Dorsey. I would like to invite Mrs. Krista Larson, math teacher at PHS, to come forward to present her niece and nephew's diplomas. Dre Farmer. Ethan Wells. At this time, I would like to invite Allison Tyne to come to the podium to continue announcing the names of our graduates.
Corbin Stephen Jacobson. Caleb Wilson Alvarez James. I would like to invite Mrs. Sarah Hare, our cheerleading coach, to come forward to present her daughter's diploma. Evelyn Virginia Hare. Elizabeth Kylie Hannah. Delano Paul Fenty. Jacob Christopher Gaudino. Jonah David Lavalle. Eberlyn Lorenzo. Logan Sloan Kehoe. Leah Elizabeth Lamson. Alev Lily Keating. Ella Catherine Klotz. I got it. Jayla Madunanan. Kylon Angel Martinez. Spencer Cole Masterson. Aiden Antonio Luna. Caleb James McKay. Cameron Ray Lopez. Caden Alexander Laurenti. At this time, I would like to invite Rita Lynn to come to the podium to continue announcing the names of our graduates.
Logan Cutler Prince. Ryan Matthew Moden. Romeo Micah Overton. Liana Julia Mergieski. Cade Ronald Moden. I would now like to invite Mr. Alex McGrew, our baseball coach, to come forward to present his son's diploma. Ryan McGrew. Liam Patrick Rowe. Brody Douglas Quinn. Lucius Kane Rivera. Evan Michael Piacenti. Skyla Angelina Riscati. Kaylin Faith O'Shea. Jatavion S. Thomas. Abraham Suarez. Kate Jensen Stone. Amelia Elizabeth Rowland. Joshua Jason Rosado. Kylie Dorothy Scott. Jaslyn Yvette Rios Pena.
Do we have everybody back? Would the new graduates please stand and join me for the turning of the tassel, signifying your new status as graduates of Portland High School. Graduates, please turn your tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026.